All right, guys, here we are. My final video of the night. It's currently 8:29. It seems like it's like 11:29. Watching football all day, obviously, waking up bright and early this morning, being so excited. Had to save the best video for last. This game was so awesome, and here's why. Let me show my face for a second here. I thought for sure the Chargers were going to lose this game. Devontae Adams comes down, gets a touchdown. They fail the 2-point. The Chargers end up punting. The Raiders are coming down the field. I'm like, here we go again. The Chargers are going to let me down. Until they didn't. I mean, did you guys see Khalil Mack? I was talking all off season, not about Khalil Mack, about Chandler Jones and this Raiders team. And again, did I think the Raiders are better than the Chargers? No, I'm not saying that. But I was really, intrigued by the Raiders in their offseason. They already had made the playoffs. They obviously, I'm not gonna say they've had the Chargers number, but they did just beat them. But at the same time, I mean, if you look at why did the Chargers struggle last season, horrible defense, not a good offensive line. I don't lack of speed. Like I don't think that was that big of a concern. Like Jalen Guyton gives you speed. I mean that doesn't matter, but it was the scheme. Like they couldn't scheme the way they wanted to. But how many interceptions did Derek Carr throw tonight? 3 at the top of my head. Got sacked, several times in this game. I mean, 3 alone by Mack. I mean, I definitely didn't have much faith in Khalil Mack, and I know Charger fans were not in the same boat as me. So I'm not saying this is Thunder Alley. Like again, I felt differently about this than Charger fans. I didn't have much faith in Mack about the injuries and about can he keep it up. And sure, I know Khalil Mack. I know the stat. In the 5-6 games that he played, he completely dominated. I understand that, but I definitely underlooked Khalil Mack and like like having two Bosa having Mack. Like I underlooked how like elite that makes a team. And I mean, without Khalil Mack, they don't win this game. I mean, let's look at the stats, bro, because this is just something different. I mean, can we check defensive stats on this? I don't think I've ever done this. Okay, there we go. So Khalil Mack, 4 QB hits, 3 sacks, 6 tackles, 5 being solo, 3 tackles for a loss. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Like Khalil Mack single-handedly makes the Chargers a Super Bowl contender. And the fact that the Chargers secondary was so good tonight, like elite, makes them maybe the favorites. I mean, I know the Chiefs dropped 44 tonight and the Chiefs look great, but the you look at I almost said the St. Louis Cardinals, but I'm tripping. You look at the Arizona Cardinals, right? I mean, they don't have the defense of the Chargers. I mean, next week, if only we could see the Chargers and the Chiefs play, man. Who's the better? Oh wait, that's right. We are going to see that. Thursday night football is the Chiefs against the Chargers. I mean, that is just a must-see game. And I am going to make a preview for that, and I'm gonna have to pick because you guys, like, I don't know, I don't want to say unfortunately, but like right now, Chiefs completely carry my main channel, so I do make Chiefs videos, and I did pick the Chiefs to win this division. Was it because I doubt the Chargers? No, it's because I'm not betting against Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. They've won this division, 5-6 years in a row for a reason. This is a different Chargers team. I have said that in my I have Packers channel too. I was like on my Packers channel, the best team in football is the Chargers on paper, but I need to see them go out there and execute it. And boy, did they execute it tonight. I will say there was one thing I disliked from the Chargers tonight, and it was how they finally took control of this game. And then they started getting conservative. You look at the Chiefs, right? Why did the Chiefs score 44 tonight? Why did they blow the absolute roof off of the Cardinals? Why did Kyler Murray come out and say that they kicked their ass? Because the Chiefs, they go out there and they play to win. The Chargers, I feel like they just kind of were playing, not to lose, if that makes any sense. If the Chargers have control of the game and they're starting to pull away, just keep pounding the ball, bro. Keep hitting Keenan Allen and Mike Williams and Austin Eckler and your weapons, and Herbert keeps slinging it down the field. It's just I feel like that could cost the Chargers a Super Bowl. And if the Chargers can just continue to pound and ground pound and just air it out and just fearless like I'm Justin Herbert, I can do whatever I want, I can throw whatever window I want, I can throw the ball 150,000 feet like in the air, like just do that. Like again, I'm not saying that I know more than Brandon Staley or anything like that. I don't. That'd be ridiculous. But I'm just giving my opinion. It's like next time the Chargers are pulling away from, I don't care if it's the Chiefs, the Raiders, or the Jacksonville Jaguars, run the score up, bro. Like for real, I'm not saying to risk an injury, like get your guys out of there eventually, but that's one thing I noticed. It's like the difference between the Chiefs and the Chargers. The Chiefs just went, boom, 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 but they don't care, bro. They don't care if they win by 70. Like they just continue to just run it up. And I would have liked to see the Chargers do that. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. If you disagree, it's completely fine. It's just something I wanted to talk about. But outside of Matt, I mean, you look at Derwin James as well. He had a huge sack in this game on Derek Carr. He also had 6 tackles, tackle for a loss. Derwin James is the highest paid safety in the history of football for good reason. And obviously, I made a video this offseason and I was ranking the top players of the Chargers, and it actually wasn't in my own words. I kind of not really. I think I had Derwin James like 6th or 7th as the best player in the team, and a lot of Charger fans were like, he's the second best player. You could argue he's the first best. And honestly, Derwin was hurt last season, so and like I kind of hate to say this, but I'm new to the Chargers. This is my first year covering the Chargers. I didn't cover the Chargers. I didn't make a single Charger video last season. I don't even know how many NFL videos I made. Probably a couple. So I'm definitely a newer Charger fan. Obviously I made the channel before Mack and before JC Jackson. And by the way, JC Jackson didn't play tonight, and their secondary, I think, but their secondary was crazy. But the Chargers are it's almost sickening. Like, I'm a Colts fan, if you guys didn't know that, and it's sickening how good the Chargers are. And next week they get a test against the Chiefs. The Chiefs who just scored 44. I mean, if the Chargers defense can go out there and neutralize Mahomes and these guys, I mean, league is in trouble, bro. The league is in serious trouble. I mean, Brandon Staley finally has a scheme that he can utilize. Like, guys can, they can stop the run. The Chargers can stop the run. And that was the problem last year. They couldn't stop the run. They couldn't run the scheme they wanted to. And they also, you look at like their team right here, bro. Like, Austin Johnson, I want to say he batted down a pass tonight, which was pretty cool later in the fourth quarter. But also, they went out there and got Sebastian Joseph Day, who I don't see him on this list. I guess it happens, but and they added some depth. Of course, they've got some speedy linebackers. It was just they were flying around the field tonight, bro. The Chargers. I mean, to see the Chargers defense, the Raiders didn't score in the fourth quarter tonight, guys. I mean, I'm an idiot. Sorry. They did give up. They gave up a touchdown to Devontae Adams, and then the 2-point failed. But the Chargers. I meant to say the Chargers didn't score tonight in the fourth quarter and still won this game. Now that the defense is reliable, because sure, the Chargers on defense, like, on paper, their defense is crazy. Like, I know that, but like now I've seen it with my own eyes. So like I'm starting to, change my mind here. And obviously, taking this 1 week at a time. We're not going to be like Chargers are winning it all. Like, book it right here, make them throw up a video. The Chargers are winning it all. Like, we're not saying that, but I feel a lot better about the Chargers today than I did when I woke up. And Raiders fans are pissed off. I mean, Justin Herbert, guys, 279 yards, 3 touchdowns, 129.4 passing rating. Justin Herbert, I can't say he's the best quarterback in football, but I can say he's top 3 at minimum. Like, I don't, Mahomes, Allen, sure, whatever. Justin Herbert. If you have your top 3, I mean, you're entitled to your own opinion. I'm not going to call you a fool for having an opinion, but I just don't. I can't be convinced that the top 3 quarterbacks in football are not those 3 guys. Maybe Aaron Rodgers, you can convince me, but like, you probably can't. And I run a Packers channel, and Aaron Rodgers is actually my second favorite quarterback of all time outside of Andrew Luck, but you're not convincing me that. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is brilliant, but I mean, oh my God, these 3 guys are just different type of athletes. Like, they get you excited to wake up and like watch some football, man. Some grown men, hit each other in pads and helmets and whatever they do. So that's that. But Austin Eckler, 14 for 36. Wasn't the greatest game for Eckler, but 4 for 36 for the receiving game. That's what we want. We want Austin Eckler doing his damage in the receiving game. And of course, utilizing him down in the red zone. Joshua Kelly, 4 for 21. I just straight up said, Joshua Kelly is not very good. He's not a good player. I could be wrong in that. I'm never going to not admit to my, mistakes or bad takes. Like, Joshua Kelly looked good. He looked good in the preseason. I'd love for him more than anything to really kind of change his career around and be the running back 2 or at least 3 on this team. I mean, you remember, you still got – they drafted Isaiah Spiller out of Texas A&M, and of course they brought in Sony Michel. Michel was 7 for 12. He just was not effective in this game. Joshua Kelly looked great, 5.3 yards per carry. I mean, if Joshua Kelly can turn things around, that makes the Chargers a significantly better team, because then they can utilize Eckler in a role he's better in, but also keep him healthy. I mean, Austin Eckler, he's like 6 foot, isn't he? He's not size. You're 6 foot running back. The size isn't a concern for him. I mean, he can handle a workload, but I'd rather have Austin Eckler healthier than not in the playoffs when it matters most. So Keenan Allen, 4 for 66, showed no signs of slowing down, dude. He had some big catches. Yeah, a 42-yard catch. I feel like he did a lot of his damage on early in this game. Just, Chargers got off to a statement. I mean, I understand that it was 3-3 in the first quarter, but second quarter they really kind of took over. They were up 17-3, like I said. So, and yeah, I mean, you had Trey McKitty saw how many targets? 4 targets. He caught 3 of them for 24 yards. Joshua Kelly actually caught 2 balls for 14 out of the backfield. Gerald Everett had a touchdown. That's right, man. Came over from the Seahawks, 3 for 54. DeAndre Carter 3 for 64, bro. Good for him and a touchdown. Yeah, honestly, just and you also had a rookie fullback catch a touchdown pass. Josh Palmer had 3 for 5, and not the greatest game, but we know the ceiling of Josh Palmer is definitely there, or maybe not ceiling, but like floor. Like floor is incredible for Palmer. I don't know what he can be, but I know what he is right now. It's a damn good player, and we'll see what happens. But the Chargers look great, bro. Like, sorry if I didn't provide too much analysis in this. I just pressed record and wanted to talk to you guys about the game that I watched. But like, I feel so much better about the Chargers right now than I did, 3 hours ago. I could be the only one. I could not be. I have no idea, but it was a great win, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, smash the like button. Consider subscribing. I post every single day on the Chargers, and 1-0, baby.